Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. We're going to have a lot of rain today. 78 for the temperature, but that will not matter because just rain all day. It's, washout. One of those days.
What's the high temp?
78, yeah. But not just a stray shower. We're going to have storms and rain and the whole thing, yeah.
Here's a fun fact about vertigo. You don't want to sit out in the sun. You don't want the sun beating on your head.
Well, that makes sense.
Yes.
I mean, to be honest, sun beating down on your head without vertigo is not the best for you. You may want to...
I'd be out on my deck.
Yeah.
I couldn't go out there. I was like, please, I can't have anything or anyone touching my head.
Yes.
You know, it's funny. You suffer from back problems. We all have our ailments. This one stinks. Someone out there also suffers. Let me know. Let me know what you do to feel better.
For those of you just joining us, Cande was out most of last week with vertigo.
Yeah.
And it's been like a lifelong thing for you. You have bouts every now and again. So
I do.
But you're back, and we're thankful. And yes, don't sit out in the sun without a hat and a lot of water, Cande. Drink your water, okay?
Oh, I've been drinking my water. I
had a very busy weekend. Where do we start? Was it Friday afternoon? Yes, Friday afternoon. We got some more vax shots, Cande.
You did?
We did. So, a couple of things. We were due for vaccine shots, and the other thing is we're going on a cruise soon. So
right.
I said, better that we are protected, even if we should get it, as Elijah and I know. Hopefully it will be mostly mild.
Right. So you got a booster to your booster.
Right. So I got a fourth shot, as they're calling it. Dana got a fourth shot. Elijah got his third shot. And Abigail, now this one's interesting. Abigail got her third shot, but this was her first 12 and older shot. Because,
so they pumped it a little more.
Right, her first two in the series, she was 11. So now this was her first 12 and older shot, and she did have a reaction for about 24 hours. She had a fever that we could not break that was reaching about 102 and a half.
Oh, that's scary.
So we, she was wiped, right? So she woke up Saturday morning. She woke up about 4:30 in the morning. I don't feel well. I'm hot. Okay. Took her temperature, gave her kids Tylenol and cold compress, and then did it again at 9 a.m. when the fever came back, and again at 2 in the afternoon when the fever came back. Then she started to sort of get a little better by nighttime. About 8 o'clock at night, I said, okay, I did the Tylenol. I'm switching to the ibuprofen. They tell you just to do the Tylenol, but I said, you know what?
I don't like Tylenol.
I got to knock this thing out. So I took the ibuprofen.
That's my drug of choice, by the way.
Of course, 8 o'clock at night, Saturday night, and she woke up 8 a.m. Sunday perfectly fine. She was absolutely fine.
Oh,
so,
Abby.
And Leah's not due yet. So, but we're all set. We're all good and ready to rock.
I might have to go get my booster now and keep up with you people.
Yeah, my whole family, they've all gotten it, Cande.
I haven't gotten the second booster.
All right,
or the fourth shot, as you call it.
Get in there. Now, that was just the beginning of the weekend. I texted you a picture of some of the woodworking that was going on at this house.
It's incredible. He's in the kitchen preparing eggs. I mean, what doesn't this man do?
Right.
He looks over. He says, you need a shelf. He goes. He builds a... Can I say freaking shelf? Unbelievable.
Yes, my father-in-law was making eggs. This was Saturday morning, and as you said, exactly as you said, he had to move the bread for the 10th time this week. He had to move the bread to get to the toaster oven. He says, we had to go out anyway. We had a few things we had to pick up. We were headed to BJ's, and we were headed to Home Depot and some different things. He goes, we are building you a bread shelf.
I'm not moving that bread again.
So he buys this beautiful piece of wood, which he measured everything out beforehand. He's like, yeah, this is fine. I'll just cut it when we get home. He takes a handsaw that he made me put up in the garage many, many years ago. He says, see this handsaw? We're going to use this handsaw. He says, hold this piece of wood. He starts measuring and cutting, Anyway, about 10 minutes later, I had a bread shelf, Candy, it's all set.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Where is the artist known as Tony?
He is out working. He left.
Wow.
Yeah, he's on his project that he got.
Where do I get one of him?
And for those of you, again, who are just rejoining the show here, maybe you've been gone a week or 2 or 3, my father-in-law was pulled out of retirement from building and restoring and renovating houses and all sorts of stuff, and he's busy at work for a very good friend of his in Nassau County, and he travels there every day, and the guy pays for his gas, Candy.
I think he's going to live with you permanently. I think he's enjoying you way more than life back in Delaware.
Well, I got to tell you, he's going to be here most of August and into the fall. He's going to have to be here a little bit, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honey, I'm not coming back. I'm living with the kids. They treat me better.
Now, yesterday morning, we had a gate, not even a gate, like a piece of wood that basically was on the steps to block the dogs from running up to the 3rd floor, the upper level of the house. Or whatever, 2nd floor, right? We got the basement, the middle, the regular floor, and then the upstairs. So he went up to shower, and then he comes down, and he almost tripped over this piece of wood. He goes, we're going to Home Depot. We're putting up a dog gate at the bottom of the steps. So
yeah, that makes sense.
So yesterday we went back to home. We go out. We went to Home Depot. I had to stop at Walgreens. We went to a fish store. I had to get a pet, some feeders for the fish. We went to meat farms. Anyway, we come back. Oh, we went to Target also, and we come home and he builds a dog gate down at the bottom of the steps. Now I have an official. It's like a baby gate. But
yes,
it's for
people
dogs.
have them. I've seen them many times. I can't believe you didn't have one.
And then I put together a storage unit for Dana in the basement, and he finished it off by putting the doors on.
Of course he did.
And it was a very busy weekend.
Wow, and maybe some of him is rubbing off on you.
No, that's not happening.
No, I was just being
I will only do work when he is around. That
Tell
is
me
all.
something.
What?
What do you talk about when I'm not here?
It's tough for me, if I'm being honest. It's hard to banter with oneself, Candy.
It is.
And we do the usual entertainment and news and things, but it's I have a lot of things to say, and they just go by the wayside because I have no one to bounce it off of, as it were.
Poor thing.
It's very, very sad. Yeah. Very sad. So happy you're back, and
thank you.
Yeah, still lots to do. I'm going to tell you, we watched a lot of movies this weekend as well, Candy. I'll give you the list. We'll do that.
I'll talk about a movie I saw. It's an old one, but we'll discuss.
An oldie but a goodie, all right.
I didn't say goodie, I said oldie.
All right, we'll get to that. Your next Bald and the Beautiful Entertainment coming up about 8:12. We have pretty much a washout today. A lot of storms and rain throughout the day. The high will be close to 80, but rain all day. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.